Talk about the new Chainsaw Man movie. What's there really to talk about right now? Yeah, I mean, what's there to say about the Chainsaw Man movie? I mean, it's like, what's there really to talk about? It's like, you know, it's gonna be good. Like, you know, it's like, you know, they're gonna be, the movie's gonna be good. Well, obviously. It's like, I have the Chainsaw Man box set. I've read Chainsaw Man a lot. I read it multiple times over, like the part 1. And it's like, I don't care about the trailers, you know? I just want the shit to come out. I'm like, low-key, I'm upset that the shit is a movie. You gave up on part 2 of the manga. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I get it. I mean, I would just say wait till it's like more is happening. I've been reading Chainsaw Man week by week as they come out. You know, I've been reading Chainsaw Man. Are you talking about the fucking masturbation scene in the hallway? Or I mean the alley? I've seen that scene. You know, it's just like, I'm just tired, you know? I'm tired of waiting. But I get it. It's cause like the animation looks fucking beautiful, you know. But it's just, I'm just tired of waiting, man. I'm just, you know. But fuck it, give them their time. Let them fucking release a movie without being killed in the process like they were doing to JJK animators. Why can't the JJK animators? Look, this shit looks amazing, right? And you know, JJK season 2 looked amazing. But you know, at least, you know, they aren't getting killed while making this. Yeah, I understand why people are dropping Chainsaw Man though. Still feels like this. I need to go back and read Chainsaw Man Part 2. I need to go back and read it like as it's going. When is the stream ending? Let me talk about this first. I need to read it back because I've been reading it week by week for the past like 2 years, and I feel blown out by it. It feels like, even though it feels like Roblox, where there's games but no games at all. That's what it feels. There's like story but no story. It feels like we're stuck in the same. Like I'm stuck in the same thing over and over again. I know that's not the case, right? I know we have been getting shit. You know, I know it's like I know the characters have been developing. I get what they're doing too, right? Everyone's using, you know, currently in the manga. That's spoilers though. I don't want to get into spoilers, but you know, I get what they're going for in the manga. I get the message they're saying. It's just like, I don't know, it's just personal. I don't even think the story's bad. I just need to read it all again at once, because reading it week by week has sucked it out of me, I guess. I haven't watched Gurren Lagann, and I haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho. I heard they're good though. I saw it. You know what's crazy? I watched Kill la Kill when I was like 16. I didn't really like it. I didn't really fuck with a lot of Trigger anime. I was gonna make a video on Trigger a long time ago. but I never got around to it. Let me see, what's some Trigger stuff? I know what was Darling in the Franxx, right? You know, I really didn't like this. I didn't, you know, I really didn't like this. You know, I really didn't like this one. I didn't like this. You know, I wasn't really a big fan of this. You know, I didn't really like the ending. Tear. How many times? Yes, I have said Luda's hot so many fucking times. Stop asking. Yeah, you know, it's like, I thought the story was pretty good. You know, it was getting intense, and then it feels like at the ending, it was like, oh, we're all just dead now, or the main characters are dead. They don't get, you know. I don't think everyone needs a happy. I don't think everyone needs a happy ending. But it's like, well, that's it. You know, they just out like that. That's boring. I haven't seen Cyberpunk Edge Runners. You know, I wanted to play the game first. I know you don't need to play the game to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I want to make a reaction to it for a minute, but you know, I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't gotten around to watching a lot of anime. Like a lot of this anime you guys are putting in the chat, I know about it. I just haven't watched it. And you know what? I'm timing you out again, Tears, because you're going crazy. We're always talking about loot pegging. You know, that's your problem, really. That's your problem. Afro Samurai, I haven't watched that either. You know, and the thing is with Cyberpunk Edge Runners, you know, the thing is with Cyberpunk, right? Is I know the ending is sad. You know, and I'm not. Aaron, I'm 30 minutes. Okay. The thing with Cyberpunk, I know the ending is sad, you know? And I'm just like, I'm not ready for that again. You know, I'm not, don't say CP. I'm not ready for that again. Cause like the last, you know, thing I saw with a sad ending was Akudama Drive. I think that was called. Let me see. Let me check that out. Yeah, the last thing I saw with the sad ending was Akudama Drive, and you know, I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't fucking, you know, I didn't want to watch it anymore. You know, because it's like, I don't like these sad endings. They get to me. They make me sad, believe it or not. Fucking great opening, by the way. I really enjoyed this opening. Really good opening. Really good opening. I really like that. Oh man, anyone heard of Final Space? Yeah, I love Final Space. No, you know what's crazy? You know, I have mixed feelings on Final Space. Look at the Final Space real quick. I have not seen Summertime Rendering. I've been meaning to watch that. Let's look at Final Space real quick. Is it all on here? Is it all on YouTube? Oh, it's in fucking bits. You know, Final Space, it's really sad what happened today because like they were in the middle of the arc. And you know, I feel like the more Final Space went on, the more like, you know, I don't want to say fell out of love with it, but I feel like I started liking it less. But then it just fucking, you know, it just fucking disappeared because they, you know, they kicked Final Space off literally everywhere. You have to fucking pirate it to see it now, right? And it's pretty good. I want to see how it is, so I'm probably gonna end up buying the visual novel once, you know, the creator makes it. I haven't watched the Road to Berserk. I have like the first really big book, whatever it's called, like the super manga. I have the first one. I've read it, and then I was told I should watch like the old 19s anime. I should watch that first and then read the manga. So I'm just gonna wait till I get around to that. Summertime Rendering, no, I haven't seen it. I have not watched Dr. Stone. The reason I haven't watched Dr. Stone is because I used to use fucking, what was that one website where it was Crunchyroll, but like another one? Hold on, I just had a brain blast. What was that one? I need to know it. Do any of y'all know it? What was that one website where it was like, it was advertised as Crunchyroll but free or something? Verve, yeah, it was called Verve, yeah. It was called Verve. This piece of shit. Yeah, this piece of shit. I'm glad it's fucking shut down or whatever. This piece of dog shit. Even though it was just Crunchyroll, but shit. Yeah, that piece of garbage. That piece of ass, right? And that piece of shit, right? So when I would use Verve, because I was watching Food Wars real quick, because I don't like Food Wars. Let's look at you know the cook, right? The chef guy, right? You know, the chef guy, you know, you would think he likes Food Wars. I do not like Food Wars. I think Food Wars is pretty bad, actually. I really don't like Food Wars. You know, I don't know if I've told you guys that. I don't think I've told y'all that yet. I don't like Food Wars. I think it's pretty bad. You know, I really don't like Food Wars. It's like everything in Food Wars. Everything in Food Wars is the exact same, right? Everything in Food Wars every arc in Food Wars is the exact same. You know, everything is the exact same arcs over and over again. It gets so tiring. That's why I couldn't. I think I got to season 4, whatever. I got to season 3 because I remember this dude was just introduced. It got so fucking boring, you know. What's my favorite indie series? Either Gilded Guy or Alan Becker. One of those. One of them, yeah. What do you think of Indie Cross? I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I thought Indie Cross was pretty good. Is it because it exploded? That too. It's like, you know, the thing is, when it comes to animes and fan service, it's like why? I need one of you, because maybe one of you know in chat. Why couldn't Food Wars take place in college? The dude goes off onto another land, you know, or another school on their campus, or whatever. As living on campus. Why couldn't? Does it take place in college? And maybe I'm misremembering. Does it? Because maybe I'm wrong. It does take place in high school. Yes, it's college. Because if it is, that changes a few things. Oh shit! Well, if it's college, you know, that changes a few things for me. Like one of my main things, right? One of my main things that like turns me off with a lot of fucking animes, right, is because they'll have these characters, right? They'll make these characters with the biggest asses, biggest titties, these, you know, sexy characters. And then they make them high schoolers. They treat these high schoolers like adults. And then they do, you know, they do gooner bait with them, right? Take My Hero for example. That's what turns me off of My Hero. You know, someone just said it, right? They make characters like, what's the girl who can pull shit out of herself? You know, the girl who can make stuff out of herself, right? Good night, fisherman. All right, look, you know, the guy, you know, the author of My Hero, I know what he is. You know, there's no proof, but I know what he is. All right, you know, these Momo, these characters are supposed to be, like, what, 14? These characters are supposed to be 14. And you got them prostrated, you know, half naked. And then, you know, when you see at the end, of My Hero, when it does the time skip, right? And you see the characters with more clothes on. You know, why? You know, why did that need to happen, right? It's literally made for Sean. No, Sean likes loli. You know, this stuff is made for, like, the majority of like, Japan people. Because, you know, in Japan, the age of consent is, like, what, 16? This feels like that. But, Sean likes children. So this isn't for Sean. Food Wars. I liked Food Wars because of the aspect of food, but then it started like turning to shonen, and then excuse me, then Nux Taku started talking about it like it was shonen. I just don't like Food Wars anymore. Yeah, but that's my biggest problem with a lot of these animes, because if you just, you know, put them in college, I wouldn't care about all the ecchi stuff. Like with Food Wars, you know, I still have my complaints about Food Wars. It's not just the, you know, the fan service that kills me with it. It still is just boring. Like, it's the same thing over and over again. Every arc is the same. So it's so boring to me. How do I feel about Dan? I'm watching it with my fiance. We're watching it. We're on like season 2, episode 4. Now I've read the manga. I'm pretty high or far in the manga. I'm like, or not pretty. I guess compared to now, I'm not pretty far. I had stopped reading it a while back. For no reason. I just stopped reading manga in general, really. I'm on, in the manga, I'm like on the alien girl's backstory. That's where I am. I'm at the very end of that. That shouldn't be any spoilers, by the way. So, but yeah, I'm on the alien girl's backstory. Dorohedoro is my favorite anime. Yeah, it's my favorite anime all the time. I love Dorohedoro so much. I love Dorohedoro, man. Let me see. I love Dorohedoro so much. It's so good. I wish more people read it. You know, people complained about the 3D, and I do been a lot smoother in some of the fight scenes. Like with it stands out the most with Noi versus Nakaido. Like in their first fight, it stands out the most. The CGI not looking as great as it could, but it's like the story is so fucking good. It's so good. It's a masterpiece, really. Like, I really hope the animation is, like, you know, a bit smoother, a bit better, because the fight scenes, they don't look too good. I can admit that, but it's just the stories. And the thing is, like, it has to be 3D, by the way. Like, there's no way you can see the world in, like, the manga panels in Dorohedoro and think, oh yeah, we could do this in 2D easily, right? We could do this in 2D. We could easily do these Dorohedoro panels in 2D, right? There's no way. I want to watch Hellsing. I like the Alucard versus Dio death battle. I have not read Sakamoto Days. I read like the first 2 chapters, and then, you know, I don't know. I feel like with anime and manga in general, I'm just kind of falling off. I just don't have the time for it anymore. So I'd rather watch like stuff I know is good, you know. What is it? How do you say that? Gotcha Kuta? You know, I remember reading that before it got popular. I remember reading it before. I remember reading that when it started, actually. Like when there was only like a few chapters out. I remember reading that, and then I stopped reading it. I don't know why. I just stopped reading it. I don't remember if it was good or not, but I know they had really good black characters, so that's fire. Yeah, I do remember reading that though. Well, let's see. Let's see. What was that? Between you and Hootie Dude, who went in a yapping session, he would outpace me by 3 miles. Hootie Dude, that nigga would fucking run laps around me and yapping. I've watched his videos. I watched some of his videos. This isn't, I don't even mean this, I'm not trying to say this to be disrespectful or nothing. That nigga would run fucking laps around me when it comes to yapping. If y'all think I'm bad, right? Y'all think I'm bad when it comes to y'all think I'm bad. Watch a hoodie dude video and like watch a hoodie dude video, right? Watch a video on something you want him to react to. You will get so upset so fast when you realize why the video is like 10 times longer than the original because of how much he pauses to talk. Oh my god. Oh man, he talks a lot, and this isn't even in a mean way because he's a good reactor. That's what reactors should be doing. He's doing it right. He's not just stealing content. But man, he out yaps me every day of the week. Man, Pretty Blood. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go into this, huh? I forgot about it. Let me see. Is this the one I was going into? Yeah, this fucking demonic shit that someone recommended. Whoever recommended this, I need to like ban them from my channel. I need to kill them. Yeah, I need them to die. Cause I'm Dante. I don't think I'm Dante. So yeah, no, I'm Dante does solo. Yeah, no. Whoever recommended this, they need to be killed. Like this squirrel thing. This is like the most demonic shit I've ever seen. I remember I felt uncomfortable watching the first episode of this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I didn't like this. I didn't like this at all. Actually, this is like this wasn't like, you know, funny like Happy Tree Friends. This is terrifying. I couldn't imagine watching this as a kid. I wouldn't even enjoy this. I enjoyed a lot of weird things as a kid too. I couldn't imagine watching this and like enjoying it. This is horrifying. How do you people watch this shit as a kid? You guys aren't sane. You guys aren't safe. This is horrible. You guys talking about gay? Okay, let's talk about JJK real quick. Let's talk about JJK. Okay, there might be JJK spoilers. I will say that now. There might be a little bit of JJK spoilers. If you haven't been spoiled, there might be some JJK spoilers. Like, just search up JJK, you will get spoiled. Let me just put this on tab in the background. Listen, I love JJK. You know, JJK is like a top 5 shonen for me. I genuinely think JJK was like perfect. Genuinely, up until like the very last arc, I think JJK was perfect, to be honest. Right? This is the best. This is like one of my favorite animes of all time. Right? This introduced me to Eve, and I love Eve now. Yeah. JJK is like, Mahito is a baddie. JJK is like, it's so good. People say the Culling Games arc was bad. They're wrong. Right? They're wrong. Culling Games arc is not bad at all. Every arc is really good. Right? And the thing is, I think it's overhated too. I generally think that. I think JJK, you know, call me, I was supposed to be playing this in the background. Call me a contrarian, right? Call me whatever you want. JJK's ending was not that bad. I didn't even go as far as to say it was pretty good. For like especially with certain, now I can't lie, you know, it is rushed. JJK's ending was rushed, you know. But it wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't bad. Pretty good. I enjoyed it more than a lot of anime endings, you know. I think it tied up what it could in the amount of time it had really well. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say about it, right? Because I don't want to spoil it, because I know there's people here who haven't finished JJK. But like the plot lines that they left open, I think are fine. They don't impact it too much that were left open. 3D Panda of Dune, where's Panda at? Let's get him on stream. I'll talk about this. Where's Panda at? He's right. I need Panda. Where is he? Is he over here? Yeah, there he is. There's my guy. Let's get Panda on screen. Yeah, let's get Panda on screen. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Like, we missed out on learning more Squid's past, but I feel like he's like one of the type of villains we don't even need it really. Like, don't get me wrong. That's not saying I didn't want it, right? I like I wanted a hand era flashback, just in general. But we didn't need that, you know. We didn't need that for JJK to be great. We didn't need a hand era flashback, right? I feel like Sukuna's character, he's the best written character in JJK. I also think JJK is the best new gen too. you know, and Fire Force does exist, and I am acknowledging Fire Force. I do not like Fire Force. So I think JJK is the best new gen. I'm not even gonna talk about My Hero, right? That's not even in the conversation right now. My Hero is just not in the conversation for best new gen. I think JJK killed it, right? Or I guess, yo, JJK, would those even be considered new gen anymore? Because those all ended, right? Those all ended. Those are like mid, right? But yeah, like Sukuna's character, by the end of the story, we knew everything we needed to know about him. Like, he's a force of nature. We didn't need the sympathetic backstory. What we got was as sympathetic as we needed from him, right? We heard him talk about, you know, being an unwanted kid, and we've seen like the bits with Urame. That's all we really needed for him. You know, that's all we really needed. Yeah, JJK isn't new gen. It's the best of its time, really. I think it is. Yeah, no, JJK's ending was not as bad as people said it was. I think it's very overrated. Okay, the thing is with Fire Force, right? So I don't like Fire Force. You can call me crazy, the fan service. I think it's horrible. I think, you know, if people say, you know, just ignore the fan service, I think the fan service generally ruins the show for me. Like, I think let's go to Fire Force real quick. Let's go to Fire Force. Let's go to Fire Force. Yeah, JJK got ruined for the leaks because people like, I'm not gonna call them grifters, but it was like people like fucking, what was the Zoro dude on TikTok? What was his name? I don't know. It was like fucking Tizzy or something like that. Tizzy and the other guy, like, they would just fucking say they would have the worst takes because they were negative, right? And they would just say what was popular at the time to say, and then get praised for it, you know. And then we just parrot that, so no one else had any good opinions. But we're talking about Fire Force now, right? I don't like this. I don't like this show because of shit like this. This is retarded, right? This isn't funny. You know, people like Sean find this shit funny, by the way. People like Sean and that 10 dude, right? The buff pedophile. People like them find this shit funny. This shit is not funny, right? Like, and people say, you know, don't let fan service ruin something for you. No, fan service can ruin something. You know, if this girl, I don't know what's the ages of these people, right? The age, it doesn't matter, right? In this conversation I'm having right now, the age doesn't matter to me. It's the fan service, right? It's the fact that, you know, every scene with this girl, you know, she's taking off clothing, and I get it, right? That's the point of her character, right? That's the point of her character is supposed to be, you know, losing clothes to gain power, however it fucking works. Like, this shit is terrible. I don't like this. Let's watch this scene real quick. Like, he grabs the mayonnaise, and somehow it goes under her. It lifts her skirt up. How did it do that, right? How did it do that? You know, I need, you know, one of you people. Do I have any Fire Force defenders in the chat right now? Do I have any Fire Force defenders in the chat right now? I want you to explain this, right? I want you to explain, you know, how this happened here. I want you to explain this, right? Maybe we needed sound to make it better. Maybe we need a sound. Let's see this real quick. Well, let's look at this. Why is this like this? And it plays. You know what was. You know, how did that work there? You know. You know, how did that doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't really make any sense to me. You know. Yeah, there was another one. Oh, I remember I talked about this. This is like on one of the first videos on my fucking channel. I talked about this. But it was like this. Like, this is show ruining for me, right? This shit is show ruining. This ruins the show for me. This shit, right? If this is like this unfunny shit, this ruins the show for me. I don't like this. I think this is terrible. Like, it's, you know, it's shit like, you know, when I'm watching a show, I want to be absorbed into the world, right? I want to be taken away from reality and into this world. I want this show to be able to really wrap me in. Dorohedoro does that for me, right? JJK was able to do that for me. This show was never able to do that for me because of shit like this. Pretty Prisoner is the best fan service. Yeah, because this is, you know, it actually related to his power, and you know, it wasn't. Pretty Prisoner isn't in every single fucking, you know, he's not like a main character. He's a side character, right? I could have music on this whole time. Yeah. But this shit is this is show ruining, right? Like this shit's I don't like this. Like it's just I don't you know? I think this is terrible. Yeah, I think this is terrible. Yeah, you know, I just what are y'all thoughts? Y'all what are y'all thoughts on that? I need to know. I need to know if anyone here has anything to say about that, because I think that is terrible. I think that ruins the show. At least for me. Well, I'm updating the title. I'm sorry, guys. You know, I didn't know you have to update the title through Streamlabs. I thought I was updating the title this whole time. I haven't been. That's fun. That's nice to think about. I'm glad I knew that. Yeah, whatever. It's 4 in the morning. Japan is weird about how it treats women. Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's like the summer Hakuryu died. I heard about it. I didn't feel like checking it out though. You know, I feel like, you know, not enough. I feel like we don't talk about it enough, or not even talk about it. I feel like we just ignore it, really. Like when it comes to stuff like this, right? When it comes to like fan service and stuff like that, right? I feel like we just fucking. I feel like we just ignore it, right? Let me see. What is it? My Hero. Do they have fan service of My Hero Academia? Do they have it in the thing, or? Yeah, I guess they do, right? Like, you know, these girls are supposed to be in high school, you know? These girls are supposed to be in high school, right? Well, you know, why is this? How do you have enough moments for it to even be a compilation, right? These guys are supposed to be in high school. You know? Like, these kids are supposed to be in high school, right? This character right here was like not lusting. Alright, okay, you know what? Tears, 30 minutes. The next time, Tears, if you come back and do it again, it's gonna be 24 hours, which is just, you know, is the rest of the show. I didn't even expect this to still be up. Anyways, yeah, it's like I'm about to sneeze. Oh no, there's no sneeze. Wait, bless me, thank you. Yeah, that was the thing here, right? This character Midnight right here. You know, he was like talking sexually to, you know, the students at the first tournament arc, right? No one cared. And we're not even gonna get the fact that she like dies off screen, and it's like it has so little impact. I forgot it happened. But that's more of a thing about why I don't like the story in general. I think My Hero Academia is bad, right? But it's like if Momo can use every part of her body to make stuff, why does she have to use her chest? You know, why does she have to use her chest for that? Doesn't really make any sense here, you know. Like, isn't the whole point, right? Isn't the whole point of Momo having all of her, you know, everything being exposed here? Isn't the whole point that she can get her stuff from everywhere? Why does she have to use her chest? But, you know, I guess I shouldn't really think about that. My Hero is good. Like, why is there 8 minutes of this guy being a perv? This isn't funny. I hate these type of characters. And it's gonna ruin something I feel like a lot of you might actually like. Hold on. You know, I think Demon Slayer is pretty mid. Let's talk about Demon Slayer for a second. I think Demon Slayer is like the most like definitive mid anime ever, right? I think Demon Slayer is like it's not bad. Demon Slayer isn't bad, right? Demon Slayer isn't a bad anime or a manga, right? Demon Slayer isn't bad. It is like the definition, right? It's the definition of mid. A hot take: you're not supposed to like those type of characters. They even verbally attack them and but here's the thing about those type of characters. I don't like them at all. Like I don't like them as a character you're not supposed to like. I don't like them being added to the show because they add nothing to the show and he's treated like a hero. That's the problem. That's my main problem with that, right? Like he's a hero. He's on the hero team. That kid should be suspended. He should be expelled. Like Mineta, he should be expelled. It's not a thing about where I'm not supposed to. Well, yeah, he's a character you're not supposed to like. He's a pervert, but the story doesn't care. Like the story just lets it happen, and I don't like that. Like how many times has Mineta groped a girl, you know, and you know no one cared or whatever, and they say, oh Mineta, don't do that, and you know that's it, you know. And I get it, it's a show, but it's like if you want me to be interested in your world, I don't want to have to, you know, watch Mineta. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, I don't like My Hero, and I think my biggest problem is the fucking hero course and the fact that the guy who can brainwash people wasn't put in the hero, like the 1A. I think that is fucking retarded, and I might make a My Hero video because I have a lot of problems with it. But by far, the worst part about My Hero is that hero course and the fact that it is built on that, because the fact that the fucking brainwashing guy, isn't in the first, isn't in 1A with brainwashing, is retarded. That's retarded. But we're on Demon Slayer right now. Alright, we're on Demon Slayer. No, we're on the ad actually. What is it now? 1A? Is 1A not the class? Is 1A not the or was it class A? Is it not 1A? Group A? Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? You dicks. I don't know why y'all being obtuse, niggas. You know, it's fucking the main class. Brainwashing is such a powerful ability, and the fact that it's like he didn't even get in, he was in like the business class because he couldn't like destroy stuff. That's retarded. I think that's stupid. Anyway, stop saying okay. 3D Lex Luthor, shut up. Well, you guys are talking about the fucking Lex Luthor thing. Okay, that's my fault. I'm retarded. Anyway, Zenitsu, right? Zenitsu, right? He's so cool. Everyone thinks he's so cool, right? Everyone thinks Zenitsu is so cool. Look at Zenitsu, right? Look, he's gonna open his eyes. He's how aura, right? How cool is Zenitsu with all this 3D stuff? How cool is, you know, Zenitsu? He's so aura. He's the aura man, right? Zenitsu is the okay. I am banning you. I am banning you are for the rest of the night. For the rest of the night. Anyways, Zenitsu made you drop stone. That's understandable. That's what I'm saying. That's what someone just said. She had no idea how Mineta and Invisible Girl got in, but on the brainwash and copy quirk. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's stupid. That's retarded. Anyways, yeah. So Zenitsu, right? Look, he's the aura man. Aura man, right? I hate Zenitsu's character so much. I really hate his character because he can be cool. He can be all cool and all, and everyone just, you know, when he sleep. And everyone just ignores like the fact that he's a massive annoying pervert cunt. You know, he's a pervert bitch the rest of the time in the series. I hate his character. He's only good when he's sleeping, and I think that's stupid, and I don't like that. Like it's fun to have morally wrong characters that have a turnaround moments and watch them grow what they do. Yeah, I think that's true. I agree with that. It's just I feel like Mineta doesn't do that. And you know they try to do that with Zenitsu, right? Because you know in the last arc of the show, right, they have Zenitsu, and you know this isn't spoilers, right? This isn't a spoiler thing, but right, they give. I think it's fucking lazy, right? I think it's stupid. This is why Demon Slayer is mid. It's not good, right? I don't think Demon Slayer is good. I think it's just mid. This is why, because it's like Zenitsu, he doesn't develop, you know? He doesn't develop at all, right? He just gets the note, and now he's perfect now, right? All his life, right? It's not a spoiler at this point? Okay, well. I disagree about that Jobs reincarnation. I'll talk about that after this. But yeah, I don't like his character, his quote unquote development here, because he doesn't develop into not being a pussy, right? He doesn't develop into that. He just becomes not a pussy after reading a note. I think that's boring. I think that's lazy, right? He could have just like they could have given any development, but no, he's just no longer a pussy, and now he's goated, and now, you know, in the final act, he's like stronger than ever, and I think that's retarded. I think that's lazy. I think that's really lazy. Like, why? Where was this before? There's so many parts where it's gonna be useful for you to like be awake, but no, he just, you know, he's just strong in the last arc by himself. And what is that sleeping shit about? Does that ever get explained? Maybe it does, and I just don't remember it being explained in the manga. But what is the sleeping shit about, huh? Wait, why is the sleeping person is the sleep a different person? You know, what is that whole thing about? You see the troll face say that? Yeah, this is fucking cornball city right here. All right, let's talk about Jobs reincarnation. I put that wrong, huh? It's Robless. Jobs reincarnation. I don't like this. I don't like Jobs reincarnation very much. I don't like it. You know, I don't like it. See, the thing with Jobs reincarnation, right? Is the fact that, you know, it's cool. It started off really good, right? I really enjoyed it. It started off real cool. I think it started off pretty cool. It was going crazy at the start, and then I just didn't like it, right? Because Rudius is this guy, right? Rudius in his body, right? If I'm counting all the years together, right? So when he died, he was like, how old was Rudy? How old was Rudy when he died? Wasn't he? How old was he? Does anyone know that? Was he a teen? It doesn't change anything for me, but was he a teen or was he an adult when he died? Y'all know the purgatory theory? I do. Ed and Eddie. Was he actually in his 30s? Because I remember someone like arguing with me about this and saying he was in his like teens. I need like a second person to say it so I know. Adult for sure. What's your favorite Ghibli movie? I haven't watched a lot of Ghibli movies. I only watched one with the water, like the water fish girl. I never finished it. I think it was 33. Okay. So you got this guy in his 30s, and you already know where I'm going with this. You got this old guy. It doesn't matter how old he is. You got this old guy, right? He dies. He comes back. He has the mind of an old man, right? So I'm just gonna explain it to you now. You got this old guy. He's a loser. He's Sean. You got Sean the Legend, right? You got Sean the Legend, basically. I'll explain it to you right now. You got Sean the Legend, right? He's old. He's useless. He has no life. He lives off of his parents. His parents let him live there, and they're kicking him out. And he dies like instantly when he goes out because he pushes the girl out the way from getting hit by a bus. Sean wouldn't do that. He would try and rape a child and then get killed by the child. And then he gets reincarnated as this boy in a magical world. And now he has powers, and Sean, right? Sean, he's like a younger boy, and he lives through life. In the beginning is really good because, you know, you can tell he's trying to be better and whatever. And then he's at this point he's like really young, right? He's like he's 12, right? I don't know. He's a kid, right? And he has this kid girl who I can't remember if it's cousin or like distant cousin or something like that. I can't remember, right? He has this girl. Cousin doesn't matter. This girl is also a kid. This girl is also a child. He has sex with that child. He has sex with her. This guy is in his 30s. This is an older man. And even if he was a teen, he has lived like 10 or something more years, right? He's at an age very much older than her, and he has sex with her. I think that is disgusting, and it would be a thing if he like, you know, I think it would be a thing if he like developed off of that. It was like, wow, this is wrong. You know, I'm old, but he doesn't develop on it. You know, because you know she ends up leaving him, and and he gets sad about that. But it happens again because like now he's a teen now. He's a teen and he gets with this elf girl who's also a teenager, and he has sex with her. And I think he gets her pregnant. I don't know if they got that for an anime. That means spoilers. He gets her pregnant. So you know what I'm seeing here is this like dude in his 30s, right? Is getting these little girls. He's having sex to get these little girls pregnant, and I don't like that. I think that's pretty weird because he doesn't. You know, everyone says he tries to get better. You know, he tries to get better. He does, but he doesn't get better in that aspect. No, he tries to get better, but we just don't mention the part where he's an old man in his body having sex with these teenagers and little girls. You know, I think that's pretty gross. I think that's pretty bad. I don't really like that. So, yeah, that's why I don't like Mamushiko Tensei. That's why I don't like it. It's pretty good at the start, but is Sean self-insert? Yeah, that is Sean. His name is Sean. Yeah, but that's Jobless Reincarnation. I don't know anymore. I think, you know what? I think, and then, you know, someone just said Cotton Candy, and that ruined it for all of you. I think we're ready to have a good night, actually. I think it is about time that we called it. We called it a night, you know.